So you got a kid who's a picky eater. One day they like broccoli, one day they hate it. One day they want chicken, one day they'll never eat it again. You just can't win. Watch. Natalia, do you want a grilled cheese for dinner?
No, I don't like grilled cheese. I don't want it.
See what I mean? All you have to do is add the word waffle to anything and delete it. Doesn't matter what it is. How about, do you want a cheese waffle?
Yes, I want a cheese waffle.
So you see, it's really easy to get your kids to eat a lot of foods. Now obviously this isn't the way you always want it to be, but stick around and I'm going to show you how. You're just going to flip over it. So this is my Flip Belgian Waffle Maker. Really simple model. You plug it in, it turns on. You want to shut it off, you unplug it. It's got a timer, but this timer has nothing to do with shutting the unit off or on. It's just a timer. You press the button, it goes to 0. You press it a couple of times, it increments 1 minute and starts the countdown. Basically, this little red lever here locks it in the up position, makes it really small to fit into anything, which is awesome. This is a great feature because it's perfect for smaller kitchens. So to use it, you basically flip this red lever down, you open it up, you pour in your batter or whatever you're going to do, close the lid, let it cook. When it's, you know, partway done, you flip it over, you heat it on that side, and you're done. Now, as soon as you plug it in, this red light will come on. You're ready to start cooking when the light goes out. So just make sure you have power on the outlet. It should turn on again as soon as you plug it in. So let's get started making the cheese waffle. Now there's no magic here. It's simply grilled cheese. And you know, this is a honey wheat bread, so it's, you know, a little healthier for you. And deli Land O'Lakes white cheese. And I'm just gonna prep it like I would anything. This butter is a little bit hard, so it's sometimes kind of hard to put it on the bread. Sometimes I put a little bit more than I want to, but that's why I'm just scraping it out of the thing now. Okay, get the cheese on there. And depending, this bread's a little bit small. If it's a much bigger bread, you could put 2 slices of cheese. Maybe you want to put something else in there. Maybe you got little pieces of chicken or something, you want to cut it up and put it in there. I've done everything with this Flip. I've taken tater tots or potato puffs, however you want to call them, and I make like a hash brown out of them. They taste awesome. My brother, he tells me to go to like Trader Joe's, and you can get like the shredded potatoes and make a really killer hash brown. So the only problem with this method is you can't really butter the other side without sticking to the plate. I'm going to do the best I can, but I'm not going to worry too much about it, and I'll show you why. Okay, so this is done. That's it. That's a simple grilled cheese. Now, if I was cooking this in a pan, I would heat up the 2 sides, put them together, flip back and forth. Sometimes I want it quick. I want to be lazy. I don't want to watch the stove. I'll actually put it in the toaster oven like this, and I'll cook it that way. Okay, so let's get this ready for the cheese waffle. Gotta wait for this light to go out, as I mentioned. Okay, light went out. Now this is a controversial step. I'm actually going to use Pam on this. I've had this for a couple of years now, not a problem. Spray a little bit. You really do have to spray it. It will stick. I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to close it and pinch it down a little bit. Then I'm going to press this button, and the display will turn on. And I'm just going to push it 3 times. Now depending if you've already made a couple of these, you're making a couple of them or whatever, 3 minutes is okay, give or take. Maybe you have to cook it a little longer. It depends how crunchy you want it to be. But I do find if you cook it too long, the cheese is just evaporates practically, so you don't want to cook it too long. The other thing here is, since it's just a cheese waffle and not a Belgian waffle or anything, you don't have to flip this. So since this is just a grilled cheese basically, you don't have to flip it over. If it was a Belgian waffle, you would have to. You would just grab this and turn it like this to cook the other side. I'm not really worried about it. Doesn't matter what side you cook it on. If you want to flip it, you can. Doesn't matter. Now this does make a little bit of a mess. All the oils and butter or whatnot drip down and come out through the bottom. So what I like to do is when I'm finish cooking is I'll fold up a napkin, put it underneath it, and I'll drip on the napkin, and then you can clean it out. It's a little bit of a pain to clean, but I think it's worth it. I only paid $25, $30 for this. Most people are satisfied. That was the 60-second warning. It's almost done. We're gonna take a quick peek. Yeah, it's almost there. So this one's from Presto. It's called the Flip, and most people are happy with it. So if you're not sure if you want one, I recommend this one. It may not be as versatile as some of the other ones, but the fact that it stores upright, it's out of the way. I leave it on the counter all the time. It's not an issue. Okay, 3-minute timer. Let's look at this. I think we're fine. We're gonna take this out, put it on the plate. All right, there we go. Don't forget to unplug this, folks. It doesn't automatically shut off. Now, my daughter doesn't like these little crisp spots here, so I'm just gonna take those off. I'm gonna use a pizza cutter. You could use a knife, but the pizza cutter does a great job. And it's in a little bunch of pieces. And they think they're eating a waffle. Granted, this is only a grilled cheese, but again, you can add whatever toppings you want to this to make it the way you want them to eat. Of course, you gotta drizzle a little syrup on there. Not much. Just enough to keep them happy. And there we go. So now, let's see. Let's see how it is now. Natalia, your cheese waffle's ready.
Yay, 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 yay.
Here you go. All right, be careful.
You're the best.
Thank you. See that? Perks. So one thing about the Flip, or probably any of these, is when you stand this up, there's a lot of grease there. You can see a lot of grease in here, or oil, or Pam, or whatever, and a lot here. What I like to do is I'll just sit a napkin underneath it, like this, lock it in the up position. I'll let it drain completely, and after it's been there a little while, I'll just wipe in and around it, and you know, that's a quick, easy cleanup at that point. Anyway, again, you can make this any way you want. You know, different kinds of breads, different types of topping, cheese, you know, anything chopped up, whatever. You know, you can make a lot of stuff with this. And I'm gonna do a series with this as well of different things I cook. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If your kids love this video, please consider subscribing. Hit that little bell so you know when I make these notifications. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.